Hi, this is Deborah. I just wanted to encourage somebody today to say that this is a difficult time for Christians, for persons who are genuinely saved. And sometimes I make a distinction. I've traveled and I hear people say, "Oh, Christian," because they just think, once you have a religion, your religion is Jesus, is the Christianity, Christians. But when I talk about Christians, I'm talking about people who are saved. And let me tell you something, brothers and sisters, this is not a time to be playing church. I'm not saying that we're perfect. None of us are perfect. But God knows our heart, and once you're saved, you do manifest the fruits of the Spirit, and that's biblical. So if you're saved and you're manifesting corruption, if you're saved and you're manifesting compromise, you can't be saved. Those are not the sort of things if you're just manifesting things that are not the fruits of Jesus Christ. Now, I want to talk to a few of us as Christians who God has placed in very sensitive environment. Some of us are even afraid. So not some of us, because I'm not, but some persons are even afraid to even say they are Christians, but them saving. But we just pray for boldness for you. But some of the environment that some Christians have to really work in are very hostile. And let me tell you something. Some persons will hear this and wonder what I'm talking about. But those of us who know some environment that some of us Christians have to work in are very hostile to our Christianity. In Jamaica, yes, you'd be surprised, because we're talking about real salvation. We're talking about a salvation that don't allow us to compromise. So when persons are around us, we see them stealing, we see them cheating, we see them telling lies, we see them just basically living a situation of compromise and even corruption. And we avoid those situations. We don't even have to say anything, just knowing what we represent and that we represent something different. They take offense and they feel very uncomfortable with us. And sometimes that results in significant resistance to us. Brothers and sisters, sometimes it creates a situation where that resistance becomes unbearable for us who are going through it. But as somebody who has been going through it for many years, I just want to tell you that the Lord is able to keep you. The Lord is able to do exceedingly and more abundantly than we can ask or think. The same God who saved us is able to keep us. I want to encourage you to maintain your integrity. Whatever circumstances you're in, you maintain the integrity in Christ. You understand? Some of us character has been smeared. Them say we have personality issues. Them say we have all manner of issues and we have relationship problem. Why? Because we don't compromise. Why? Because we're not going to be in what they're into. Why? Because we decide that we're not putting our hands to evil and we're not putting our hands to corruption. Brothers and sisters, I know I've been asked to fire people, right? Instructed to fire people. I can't forget one time I was told to fire a pregnant woman. Don't mind pregnant, you're not being belly. Can you imagine? No, can you imagine? I go kill the poor woman when you hear and kill him and bang baby. What am I? No. I did the opposite. I said nobody's supposed to touch the woman. And no action is to be taken against her. Right? Nothing adverse until she had her baby and she returned. I don't know what happened after because I wasn't around. But I ensured that as for me and my house, I did what was human and what was right. Brothers and sisters, some of us are going to be asked to do the opposite of what is human and what is right. And when we decide to do what is right, according to our conscience in Christ, hell going to come our way. In the sense that they're going to carry hell, they're going to try to bring hell upon we. But I want to encourage you to live for Christ. To live for Christ. One of the things that I see happening, especially in the public sector, is that a lot of persons are afraid to say, no, I can't do this. You understand? Even I was talking to somebody the other day and they say, I've never said no, because I'm even afraid of the word no. They say, I try and see what I can do and I don't, I end up not doing it, but I not saying no. Well, I don't know. That's their way. Nothing wrong with that, maybe. But my Bible says, let my yea be yea, my nay be nay. That's what I know. So I'm not going to tell you yes and then do no. And knowing that it's a no, I can't do it and tell you yes. If it's something that I think I can facilitate, I will try my best, and I will try and see how I can. If I will really try and see how I can work within the rules or within what is right to get you what you want. I always try that. But if it's something from day one which is wrong, it's just wrong, and don't try and get me to be wrong, to do a wrong, And but some of that some of that cause a lot of backlash when you take a stance and you say no, I really can't do that. It creates backlash. Sometimes when they see you coming and they know what you stand for, there is backlash. Sometimes you really have to do nothing. But I just want to encourage you, because I sense what is happening. I sense that it's becoming hostile for us Christians in different environments. But I want to encourage you. Better, let me tell you something. It's better you be right with God than you be right with man. You understand? It's better. You understand? I believe, because let me tell you something. You see, when you compromise, when that thing blow and you get exposed, then going to try to kick you under the bus. And where you going to go? You're going to go to God that time. Well, he's faithful and he does help us even when we're wrong. But let me tell you something. I would much better be in the right with God and know, so when I kneel on my knee and say, God help me, he's there and he's hearing me. Because I'm in a right relationship with God, than to worry to have a right relationship with man if it means compromise. And I really encourage you to just lock yourself in prayer. And I'm encouraging myself to let us lock ourselves in prayer, surround ourselves in prayer, and to live a life of integrity. And remember the responsibility that we have for those of us who are in power, position of influence, positions of power. Listen to me. God allow us to be there to act fairly. To act fairly. Believe you me, a higher burden, a higher level. To whom much is given, much is expected. The expectation for fairness is higher for us, among us, because we are Christians and we know better. So I just encourage us to make a difference in our sphere wherever we are, and to avoid compromise and corruption. There's a lot going around us, and there's a lot of things to entice, and sometimes the enticement is what we perceive as peace. Because we say, all right, if we do this, then now go come after we, and then now go to this too, and then now go that. Then we leave me alone if me just give them what they want. Well, if your peace with man is more important than your peace with God, you have to make that decision. But I suspect the peace with God would be more important. Be blessed and be encouraged, and know that you're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. There are many of us out there who have not bowed our knees to Baal and will not do so. And I want to say something else. You say, especially those of us who don't have the famous last names. I'm saying some things, we don't have those famous last names that are easily recognized. We don't have those connections. Let me tell you something. They do everything for throw we out. But we serve a real God. Let us trust him. He will never leave us nor forsake us. That is his word. I choose to trust his word. Be blessed and have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Remember, the same God who keep us, who have kept us in 2021, will keep us in 2022. Be blessed.